Today I invited 6 subscribers that I randomly picked from my neighborhood to compete in a diner build battle. But this isn't just any ordinary build battle, this one has a twist. So I gave each of these 6 subscribers one theme that they had to build their diner based off of. Blue will be modern, yellow will be horror, red will be retro, orange will be western, purple will be abandoned, and green will be fantasy. How this build challenge will work is they will be building for 90 minutes. After that they will have 5 minutes to change decals and then another 5 minutes back in build mode to adjust things just in case. They must of course stay in their squares, and they do have access to my inventory items. They will also be giving a budget of $150,000. And the 90-minute timer starts now. Okay, so they just entered build mode, the time just started, and we already have some walls going down. Some people already have some plans. I did let them practice. I did let them know in advance that if they wanted to practice, they can. So some people might have some ideas, but they did not get their twist in advance. The twist I told them just like 5 minutes ago. So I'm very excited to see how these diners turn out. And unfortunately, one person was supposed to join and they did not, so I did get somebody else from my neighborhood, so they did not have time to practice, and that is orange over here. It's very interesting to see what we've got here so far. For fantasy, interesting choice of cauldrons and spiders. I'm curious to see what this is gonna be, because I did just say fantasy. I was kind of thinking more like, you know, magic, castles, medieval. I should have just said medieval, but I said fantasy, so that'll be fun to see. Ooh, this is a fun shape. And this theme is horror, so I get the roof they chose, and the window. We're going probably Victorian here. Very fun to see. Then here we got our retro, so we so far got our very classic look with the flat roof, just this kind of shape. So I'll let them keep placing their walls and I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Okay, so we just hit the 5-minute mark and things are definitely getting more interesting. Like, I'm very excited to see how this turns out. Like, we've got some neon lights over here for the retro theme. That's always cool. Over here, we got our western, which I like the wagon wheels and stuff. This is gonna be pretty cool. And then over here, we have abandoned. Interesting. Right now, it's just a layout. We'll see how that goes. And then, I am really excited for this because I know how I was saying that the cauldrons and stuff, like, I don't know about fantasy and we'll see where they go, but you can tell right now, this is gonna be so cool. Like, it's gonna look like a fantasy diner. I'm very excited to see how this turns out to be. I just can't wait. I was so excited with the themes because it's more fun than just everyone build the same kind of diner. Like, this way, we get fun diners. Like, I've never heard of a medieval diner. I've never heard of a western diner, necessarily, right? So I like these themes because they make it fun and a little bit of a challenge. And I love where green is going here with the blue roof. Oh my goodness, like, blue roof medieval, like, it's just like the cherry on top. Oh, and in case you were wondering, these squares are 14 by 14. We just reached the 15-minute mark. The builders have now been building their diners for 15 minutes, and I'm going to take a look at some of the progress here. I really like what they're doing here with like the basic shapes and like how they kind of made this look. It's very interesting. I really like it. Yellow, we haven't gotten a whole lot done on the outside yet, but just a little bit of layout and a little detailing in the inside. Red, I'm really happy with so far. I'm excited to see where this goes. We've already got some custom steps up to the doors. I like the colors, the materials. Very much screams retro diner. And over here we have orange. We have the western diner. Just look at this, like the sand, the cactus, like they've done a perfect job so far. And I love how there's not a parking lot. I love how it's literally just sand you walk up, just like you would in an old Wild West town. And on the inside, we also have a nice layout, and then we also have a loft up here, which is really cool. Purple over here. Oh my goodness, like, they haven't done much, but look at these custom doors. Like, these literally are diner doors. Like, they couldn't be more perfect, and literally all they are is a wall, and they rescaled the circle window. Like, that's literally it, and they look perfect. These diners are turning out so much better than I thought. Over here, in green, we have lots of vines. Green, I definitely added some vines, more windows, this little dormer, I think is what it's called, up here. So I'm really excited to see where this goes. It looks like we also have some blue grass. I really like that, because again, I did say fantasy, so I'm looking for some fun stuff over here. So far, all doing a really good job, and I think we'll come back at 30 minutes to see the progress. So it's been 30 minutes, and let's go ahead and check in on the progress they have here. So this is our modern one. Definitely looks modern. I think they've done a great job on this so far. I like the neon diner sign here. Very nice. Nothing inside yet, but I'm sure they'll get to that. They're just spending all the time on the exterior, which looks amazing. Onto the horror-themed diner. I like it so far. Definitely screams Halloween. Again, I really like how this part is 2-story, and the window choice, again, is amazing. I like the chandeliers, and the chairs they used are great. Got some spider webs. Lots of paintings. And then a kitchen that is moving along pretty nicely. And then, oh my goodness, this is turning out amazing, and they've done exactly what I've hoped that they would do. Red, the retro diner, I was literally like, I hope the person who does retro diner makes it round like like this, does the neon light, the red and white, like, this is perfect. It screams retro diner. I couldn't be more amazed and more happy with how well red is doing. And I love this little bench here that they added, very nice. And then we have orange over here, again, looking very nice on the outside. Not a whole lot has changed on the outside, but then we go inside, just look at these chairs with the combination of the new tables. Like, this looks amazing. I absolutely love it. The placement is awesome, works perfectly. And then it looks like they're even adding some restrooms up at the second floor, which is a very nice detail. Onto purple. I love what they did with the roof. It's very unique, and I really like it. I like how it's so different from all of the others, and I really like how it's turning out. Looks like we also got some custom windows here, which is really nice. And I love how they added these bars on the doors, because again, it couldn't be like more perfect, like how close these doors are to actual diner doors. It's absolutely insane. And if it were me doing it, I wouldn't have even thought of doing this. I wouldn't have even thought of adding these circle windows on the doors. Like, this is amazing. And it looks like we've also got some booths going with some tables over here. Very nice. And then over here we have our fantasy one. I like the walkway with the cobblestone and the brick fence. Very, very nice. If we head on inside, I like these booths, and I really like how they like put walls and like section them off, because again, I feel like that's something that would be done in more of a fantasy medieval kind of diner. Like, this is really nice. I like it. And I like how they're using these cauldrons as like the food instead of like modern kitchen appliances. I really like that little detail, that little touch there. So I'm really, really liking how these diners are looking so far. The builders are doing an amazing job. I'm definitely going to do more build challenges like this, because this is just turning out to be absolutely amazing. So definitely keep an eye out for those. And if you want to be in one, again, like I said, I just picked 6 random people who are in my neighborhood. So you definitely have the chance to be in one. I also do want to mention that not everyone here is building on PC. I know for sure these 2 people are building on a computer, and I know these 2 are building on mobile. So for mobile, I think these are pretty impressive, especially this one, because Blue told me that they're using a very old phone, and so it's laggy, that it might die, and so even though they haven't gotten a whole lot done, I think they're doing very well for using an old laggy phone. So it's been 45 minutes, time is halfway up, and I was curious to see where everyone's budgets were at. So let's see, green is at 60,000, yellow is at 70,000, red is at 87,000, purple is at 77,000. Yeah, that's very good, especially in the beginning when you're doing a lot of stuff that requires a lot of money, because usually in there you're doing more details, so that's very good to be only using about half of it for half the time. I also do think it's kind of fun to watch my money over here like constantly go down and then back up. See there, minus $300. More money, more money, more money, and then every once in a while I'll get like plus a couple $100 because someone stole something. It's kind of funny to watch. It's also kind of scary to watch my money go down so fast. And I have to say, these are looking so much cooler when I'm not looking at them from up on top in build mode. Like when it's actually like life size, like these are looking real nice. And unfortunately, Blue over here did get disconnected. They told me that their phone might die soon, so I'm assuming that's why. So hopefully they'll be able to join back soon, and I'll probably even give them a little bit of extra time to kind of make up for some of the time that they were gone, since unfortunately there's nothing they can do about it. Okay, so it has now been 1 hour. Let's go ahead for the final time until the tour. Go ahead and check out the progress here. Over here we have yellow, we have some landscaping, some trees now, we even have some tombstones. I do think it's very interesting when I gave them horror. I mean, they could have gone for any style and made it into horror, and they chose to go with this kind of Halloween Victorian style, which is kind of nice. I like it. I think it's interesting how they have trees here, but I really like this little stand here with the easy pay cash register. I like how they added beams on the ceiling as well. That's a nice touch. And we have this 2-story room up here with the chandelier. I like the piano in the middle and all of the tables around it. And then in our kitchen, it looks like maybe we have a carpet here, and otherwise it's basically about the same. Reds, there is definitely some progress here. I really like that they added this sign here, and they added a ladder so that they can change the decal afterwards. Very smart. And then inside we have our booths, and it looks like they combined 2 of these desks to make a larger table. Very smart, like to see people doing that. And it looks like we have some bar seating against the window here. I like it. Same with some bar seating along the counter. This one's looking really nice so far, and we have a mirror wall that fits perfectly. We have the to-go bags, the soda machine, ice cream machine, and then we have our very red, very interesting material kitchen. I like it so far, and Red even tried to build their own jukebox since I did not have one, and I think they did a pretty good job with it. Across the way we have orange with the Western Diner. Looks like they added some steps up to the front, and then inside, oh yeah, we have some fans and carpet, painting, trees. I like it, I like it. We even have a little place over here with some seats, fireplace, bookshelf. That's nice, little cozy area. Upstairs, we also have some more cozy seating area with some more bookshelves. I like the use of the new bottles. They colored one yellow to make it look like mustard. And then in here we have the bathrooms. I like the wagon wheel on the wall. That's very nice. And using the new toilets, of course. Very nice. I'm liking seeing these new items. And it looks like we even have a bar over here, which fits perfectly for the Western theme. And then in the kitchen over here, of course, we have the counter with the cups, the warming trays, dishes, sink. I like how they put these toppings here, like in the middle. This is really cool. I don't necessarily get the hand dryer, but you know, I'll just have to wait and see. Over at Purple's The Abandoned Diner, we have some trash on the floor, which works perfectly since it's abandoned, as well as some vines on the walls. They finished their custom windows, look very, very nice. I think they did an amazing job with that. And even just the detail of having this in the middle, right, is very, very nice. Inside, we have our booths that are all tilted with paper all over the floor, spilt mug, grass, vines, posters everywhere. This is amazing for abandoned. I can't wait to see what they do with the rest of the time. Even in here, I kind of like what they did with the floor to kind of show that like grass is growing, like it's been abandoned for so long. All of the appliances are all over the place. Really like it. Even everything. They made a little office, same thing, and with the bathrooms. So excited to see once there's some more detail with that, what that's gonna look like. And then over here, green, we have our fantasy diner, which I like the fun colored trees and plants and grass on the outside. Walking up, oh my goodness, does this not look like a medieval like eating area, restaurant, diner? Like it works perfectly. I love all the vines and the cobblestone wall trim is absolutely amazing. And again, I just love how they separated the booths by these walls here. Very, very nice. The fork on a wall is a fun addition as well. Of course, we have some seating, some tables, and then the counter where they have lots of stews brewing in the cauldrons. And then in here are 2 bathrooms. So now we will just wait and I will be back with the tour. And if you're wondering why $150,000 and why 90 minutes, well, it's because I let the builders go ahead and decide themselves, and they decided they wanted 90 minutes and $150,000. Okay, so time is now all up and it's time to tour the diners. Starting first off with Blue here, we have the modern diner, and Blue was on a very old laggy phone, so Blue said that they didn't get much interior done, but they did the best that they can. Walking up, I like the neon diner sign. I like what they did with the basic shapes here and kind of how they brought that out, and of course the materials are very modern as well. Heading inside, again, there was not much, but they did get some booths, some seating down, as well as a counter, and then back in the kitchen, they have some appliances. But I'm really happy with what Blue did with modern. You can do a lot of things for modern, so I'm happy with what they ended up going with. It looks very nice. Now for the horror themed diner, it looks like it is a McDonald's. We have some dead trees, some tombstones, some skeletons that are all around this diner. Walking up, we also have this new sign that they added in the new update. Walking inside, we have our cash register with some hot sauce, which is interesting. Wonder why that is there. We have some dead trees as well with a piano in the center. Very nice. And then we have our tables surrounding the piano with some very interesting paintings. I guess you could say they are horror paintings. We also have some very nice beams on the ceiling along with some chandeliers and this 2-story area here. Heading back into the kitchen. For some reason, we have these here. I'm not quite sure why those are there. We have this funny, interesting picture and this rug here. And we also, for some reason, have this head here. It's a very interesting kitchen, but I like it. I like how this diner turned out. And then over here behind this door, oh my goodness, what in the world? We have some skeletons and one creepy looking poster there. On to the retro themed diner. Out front, we have a sign that says Star Diner. We have our parking lot, walking up this bench and trash can with some custom steps. The new awnings fit very well here as well, and I like what they did with the door. Very nice. Custom sign up here, and I love how they rounded off the roof. And of course, the neon lights, which aren't turned on, but still, that little extra like wall trim, it just looks very nice. Heading inside, I love that Red added this here with this little note and some napkins like where you would be greeted. And then of course, we have some places to sit. Some booths, we have some bar seating, and some more booths over here. And I also like this little condiment area right there. We also have a custom-made jukebox since I did not have one. And then I just love this counter. Like you have the ticket orders with the cups and the soda fountain, the napkins, ice cream machine. It's just so nice. And then heading back inside, of course, we have the diner floor all throughout. And for some reason, interestingly, a very red metal looking kitchen. Oh, and I totally forgot, of course, our mirror walls. Then over for our western diner over here. Walking up, we have some steps into the restaurant. And I like this second floor area up here. Heading inside, we have some seating over here with a little table there with some nice posters. We also have a lot more seating over here and a 2-story ceiling, and I really like what they did with the chandeliers and like these wagon wheels. That's a very nice touch. Over here we have a comfy place to sit with a fireplace and some books, a cowboy emoji, and then we also have a place to sit up here as well that's comfy, and again some more tables and chairs, and a little bar up here where you can get, of course, some fruit juice. Very nice touch. Definitely definitely screams Western diner. Also love the use of the new trash cans. And then in here we have a restroom, again with some more wagon wheels and the new toilets. Over here, Purple's Diner, we have the abandoned theme. Of course, as you can see, there's paper thrown all over the ground, plants growing all over the place. It looks really nice, definitely screams abandoned. And I love these custom windows and especially these doors, like they literally scream diner door. This is absolutely amazing. Heading inside, I love that the lights are dark, so that it totally looks like it is abandoned. We have our booth seating here with some tilted tables and posters all over the wall, which I think are absolutely amazing. I love these posters. And I like also how the floor is like all kind of cracked up and there's grass growing all over the place. Really nice. Over here we have our bathrooms. Nothing special, but just a bathroom. And then here we have our counter with the menu. Back here in this door there is an office. Again, things all over the place because it is abandoned. Over here we have some chairs seating with some chairs. And back in here is the kitchen. I really like how they use the vines and again just cluttered everything. It makes it look so nice. And then for the last diner, the fantasy diner, I love the berry bushes and the pine trees. First of all, that screams medieval. It's amazing. And the fun colored grass totally makes it the fantasy theme. I love the cobblestone entrance walkway up. We've got some spiders on the roof and this dormer here is also a very nice touch. I'm also noticing I really like the yellow tint on the windows. Like it works perfectly for the fantasy theme. Heading inside, we have a very elegant carpet with some seating. To the left, we have some booth seating here that I like how it's enclosed by the walls, and that's actually over here as well. I also like how they put the spoon and the fork here because you never really see that because there's not really many occasions where it works to put those items. Here are the restrooms. Again, nothing crazy, just the basics. I also love the stone wall trim and all of the vines and chandeliers. Very nice. Definitely screams fantasy medieval. And then here you have the kitchen. It looks like it's a self-serve, so you just grab the plates and you go to the cauldron or the campfires and you get your food. Which I really love that they use the cauldrons and these campfires because it is totally medieval. Like I just love it. I think this was such a great build battle. They all did so well. The creativity is top notch. I absolutely love it. Seeing the different themes is just so much fun. Anyways, that was the $150,000 diner build battle. It turned out so much better than I was imagining. I'll also be giving each of the contestants $10,000 as a thank you for participating. Make sure to let me know which one was your favorite down in the comments below. If you enjoyed, make sure to thumbs up the video and consider subscribing. Have a great day.